Hello all my loyal Dragonites, and welcome to another episode of Into the Dragon Den, a series where I talk about whatever is on my mind. It can be about action figures, movies, TV shows, whatever comes to my mind, I'ma talk about it. So thank you for bearing with me, my loyal Dragonites. I have been having issues with my recording software recently, and thankfully I was able to fix that problem. All the recording issues should be done and in the past now. I don't know what actually went wrong. I don't know if my cable was just not plugged in right or something was wrong with the microphone settings, because the audio was cutting in and out. It was soft at some points, and then at some points you couldn't even hear anything I was saying. There was a lot of dead space, and it made it really hard to review any action figures or even do a Into the Dragon Den of my trip to Vegas. So thank you for bearing with me and continuing to support me with my channel being kind of in a state of questionable uploads. I know I've been uploading a lot of unboxing videos, and I did want to do more unboxing videos. That's something I've been wanting to do. I just finally got around to do it with my recording software not actually working properly, but everything is good. We'll be going back to action figure reviews next week. I think this week I'm just going to wrap up with this episode of Into the Dragon Den and just fill you guys in on what's been going on. So yeah, my trip to Vegas unfortunately came to an end last Sunday, and I actually had fun. I always enjoy going to Vegas with my brother. That's one thing I always look forward to, and every time we go out there I always tell him that I would not want to spend my time out there with anyone else. My brother is my best friend, and although we are kind of drifting further apart because he does have things going on in his life to better his future, which I'm very happy for. He is finding that happiness that everybody needs to find. He has a very loving girlfriend, and the way they treat each other, it's just very you have to be proud of that. Like, I'm very proud of my brother. He's come a long way from his previous relationships and friendships that abandoned him, and I've been there through thick and thin, and just seeing him from his lowest of lows to his highest of highs, it does a lot for my mental health, that knowing that he's doing good and he is in a very good place. As far as my trip to Vegas goes, I really did enjoy it. We stayed at the Flamingo from Wednesday until Sunday morning. We actually got there with really good time. We actually were ahead of our clock in for our hotel room by about 10 minutes. We actually made it to the Flamingo with 10 minutes before our official clock in, and we were just sitting in the hallway going, well, this was a very fun ride. We made excellent time, especially leaving 30 minutes later. I think we can probably leave at like 4:30 now and get there with relatively good time. And it was just fun at the Flamingo, although I will say it was kind of annoying with the hotel elevators. You need to use your key to activate the elevator, and everybody just had issues with that elevator. Like, no matter what anybody did, sometimes it wouldn't even register the button that you were trying to go to, and you would have to ride the elevator up, you'd have to ride it down, you'd have to try it again. Hopefully somebody was gracious enough to get you to your floor. It was just a major issue, which hopefully in the future they do fix that. And one thing I enjoyed about being at the Flamingo is that we were pretty much in the middle of the strip. We could go from one side of the strip to the other in relatively good time. The bus was only used when we went to the far extremes, like when we went to the Luxor on one side and then when we went to the Venetian on the other. So it was quite a good spot, and we only paid about $1,000 together for our hotel room, so that was like $500 each. The way we set up our arrangement is that he would set up the hotel, and then he'd tell me the price, and then the price of our hockey tickets would be deducted from the cost that I owe him from the hotel room. So it came out to about $240 that I owed him for the hotel room after the cost of tickets, which that's pretty fair. And we did see a really nice Cirque du Soleil show. We saw O at the Bellagio. it was a very nice show. It was quite humid because that Cirque du Soleil kind of had them doing their normal routines, but it also had a really big pool. And I don't know how they did the stage. That was quite an amazing stage. It filled up with water. It was solid at some points, and it got deep. It was shallow. I would really like to know the inner workings of that stage, because, oh man, that was... I thought the stage for Ka was intricate. This was another level. Like, oh my goodness. I really wasn't sure about the story of this Cirque du Soleil, but it was a good show. I really enjoyed it. My brother enjoyed it too. And then on our Friday, we just went to Fremont Street, which I don't think my brother enjoys Fremont Street that much. I was really enjoying the concerts, but he does have hearing issues, so I think the concerts kind of aggravated his hearing and annoyed him a little bit, which that's understandable, and I could have picked something else we could have done. But I always like going to Fremont Street and just venturing around Old Vegas. One of these days I will get on the zip line. I have a fear of heights, so I try not going on high places, and zip lines kind of freak me out a little bit, but you know, maybe I'll get over my fear and I'll actually do a zip line one year. Maybe actually record that if I end up doing it. And then of course on Saturday was the Knights against the Predators, which it was a very, very nice game. I kind of am beating myself up because I could have won like $900 if I had just made like a $40 bet. Let this be a lesson. When in Rome, do as the Romans do, because if you're gonna place a bet in Vegas for a small amount like $40 that yields a $900 payout, just go ahead and do it, because that $40 could turn into like $900, and in my case, yeah, that would have yielded $900, and I would have been $900 richer if I had actually made that bet. So I'm kind of kicking my butt about that, and my brother makes fun of me for it, but you know, it's Vegas. You win some and you definitely lose some in Vegas, and I missed out greatly. Overall, I think this was one of our better trips. I didn't have any issues with my back, thankfully. Like, on the last day, I started feeling it physically. I think if we had stayed another day in Vegas, I probably would have been using my cane that last day, but on this last trip, I really wasn't using my cane. It was just me walking around under my own power, which, thankfully, I'm gonna knock on wood, thankfully, this string of good health continues, because my back can go out at any time, and it's always worrisome when I do long treks like I do in Vegas, because you really don't know how your body's going to react to different stimuli. And you know, me at work walking 8 hours a day compared to walking 5 hours in Vegas, it is so much different. The terrain is different, the heat kind of gets to you, and going up and down the stairs, it does eventually pile up on you. But yeah, after we got home, I'm not gonna lie, it was one of those instances when we got home and I just didn't come back from Vegas for a while. That Monday came around and physically I just could not move. Like, it really did come back all at once, which that was unfortunate. I did have to call in on to work and miss a day of work, but you know, my health is important to me. Allergies getting to me, and I think I ran out of allergy medicines, but oh well, it's not affecting me too bad. But yeah, when I got back from Vegas, I think mentally I wanted another day in Vegas, because I feel like I could have done more in Vegas. I actually came home with like $800, which normally whenever I go to Vegas, I come home with like $300, so I was actually pretty good at managing my money, even though I did spend money on myself and for gifts for my parents and, you know, food. I came home with a lot of money, which makes it even more upsetting that, you know, I could have used that $40 to do that bet, and I wouldn't have batted a blind eye to it. I would have been okay missing out on $40, even if that bet didn't play out. But yeah, when we got back, like I said, mentally I think I was still in Vegas, because when I finally did get back to work, I kind of didn't want to be there. And I'll be honest, I really didn't want to do reviews or videos either. I was kind of using old footage that I had recorded prior to going to Vegas and using that. And, you know, it's just one of those things that when you go on vacation, sometimes you get lost in the sauce and you just stay where you are and you kind of want to be there another day. But when you get back home, you kind of gotta lock in, and that's kind of where I am right now. I'm just getting back into the motions and going through the mindset of I need to get back to work. I gotta focus on work. I gotta do more videos. I have a lot of things backlogged from the time I left to when I arrived, because I still got a bunch of stuff in. When I came home, there were like 8 boxes waiting for me, and I was like, oh my goodness, I have my work cut out for me. I cannot wait to start this tomorrow. And then the next day came and I was like, I will do this tomorrow. And then tomorrow rolled around again, and I'm just like, another day. I still have footage that I can use, and it just kept going and going. And then when I was finally ready to like lock in and do videos, I was having issues with my microphone, which I am happy that I fixed that. Now I can do my videos. But just getting back into that mindset, it was one of those things where I had to just sit down, meditate a little bit, and remind myself, hey, you're not on vacation anymore. You got work to do. You have responsibilities. We need to get back on that horse. We need to get back to the grind and put out that quality content that King of Dragons 5000 is known for. But yeah, if you guys want to see more of my Vegas trip, I do have, I think it's 4 on my Instagram account. I have 4 highlights of my Vegas trips. I have it from the first time we went, the second time we went, the last year we went, and this year. If you want to see the latest one, I didn't name it Vegas the 4th, parts 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can check out all the videos and pictures I took in Vegas and all the unique foods that we had. I even gave the foods rating, and how we rated that is basically, was the food good? Was it something we would enjoy? Is this something we would recommend to other people to eat? I think there was only one restaurant that we were like, nah, avoid this place. Everything else got the thumbs up, and Sushi Roku was the only one that me and my brother kind of butted heads on the quality. I think it was less than what he thought it was, and he thought it was better than what I thought it was. I thought it was okay sushi. He thought it was good sushi. But yeah, that's pretty much how subjective opinions are. One person might like something, one person might not, and it was just fun going through that. But yes, vacation time is over for King of Dragons, and I gotta lock the fuck back in and get back to work. I gotta focus on everything I gotta do. I have a lot of action figure reviews that I need to do for you guys, so I gotta really put my nose to the axe and just grind that axe and make you something that you guys want to see. The reason my shorts haven't been coming out is because I ran out of reviews because I was on vacation. And then my microphone stopped working, so yeah, that's unfortunate. But now we're back, and we're going to continue doing what we're doing. We have a box from Big Bad Toy Store coming in. We have a lot of new stuff that I want to get to. A lot of Mezco stuff came in as well. I have the Decapod Gang. I have, Doc Nocturnal. I have Alistair Gangrene. Just so many things I want to show off to you guys that we need to get to. And thankfully, now that I'm locking in, we are gonna do that. So, thank you for watching another episode of Into the Dragon Den, of me rambling about my Vegas vacation. And once again, if you guys want to see how my vacation went, definitely check out my Instagram account, where I do have those highlights of my photos, videos, and other things from my vacation. If you guys want to see me do more things, unboxings or reviews, let me know down in the comments, and tell me about vacations that you guys have enjoyed. I really want to know about times you guys have gone out of town and things you have done in your life. If you enjoyed it, would you do it again? Was it a spur of the moment thing, or was it planned out? Definitely let me know down in the comments, and like this video. It really does help out a lot. Until next time, my loyal Dragon Knights, coming from the Dragon Den, I'm King of Dragons 5000, and thank you for watching this episode of Into the Dragon Den, and we will talk to you later. Take care, everyone.